Welcome back to the show, Extra Rich. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button next to it so you're notified whenever these videos drop. On the menu for today, we got MAGA dad and apolitical mom who still votes against her own kids' interest. All right, I guess we're about to dive into it then. Let's get it.
My dad is the crazy raging Trumper of our family, but my mom has been silently participatory in it, and that has been more painful and damaging for me. I haven't talked to either of them since the night before the inauguration. For anyone who didn't watch that previous video all the way through, my dad, who is a World War II history buff, would not admit the Roman salutes were Roman salutes. I told him he needs to really step out of his bubble and take a look at things, and he said, "You think you're better than me? You think you're better than me?" Which, like, I don't know what do you even say to that? Like, that's the way it works. Like, you want your kids to be better than you. So yes, somehow my brother and I ended up the way we are. My mom has always claimed to be apolitical, even though socially she's probably even more bigoted than my dad. My mom didn't need to be indoctrinated by Fox News to become a racist, bigoted, misogynistic pick-me. She just hides it really well, which is why she is more damaging to me than my dad. And this has a huge overlap with the conversation about emotionally immature parents and that sort of thing, because a lot of people will talk about having like overtly abusive, angry, whatever parents. Like, my dad definitely falls into that category, not physically, but definitely emotionally, verbally abusive, for sure, 100%. But the way my mom abuses her kids is by manipulating them. It's by taking on behaviors that make it look like she's a loving parent. But if you do what she perceives as a slight, she will flip out. The night before the inauguration, I told my dad I cannot associate with fascist sympathizers and apologists. And I meant that. I 100% meant that. Like, that's actually, the fact that you cannot see that this is what it is actually makes this decision very easy for me, because you are so far gone that I don't have to question whether not ever talking to you again is the right decision. Sidebar, when I said that I can't associate, he said, "Great, now you made your mother cry, good job. So just so you know what we're dealing with here." 3 days later, like nothing ever happened, my mom texted our group chat with me, my fiance, my dad, my mom, and my brother, and was like, "Hey, we're gonna be in town for whatever doctor appointment. Do you want to all get lunch?" And all I said was, "I do not associate with fascist sympathizers." Which, by the way, was she crying when she heard that the first time? Or
Hold on. So first off, she talked about being abused via words. Like that's just crazy to me. But now we've taken it to I'm not going to talk to my parents basically because of who they voted for. But she says that Trump is a fascist, but she's openly online criticizing the whole MAGA movement and Trump, basically. Now, I know she's talking about her parents, but she's basically saying that Trump is a fascist. If we truly lived under fascism, which basically a dictator, I don't think you'd be able to say anything online like that. So the very fact that you're able to post this goes against what you're saying. Because if we truly had a dictator, you wouldn't be able to post that. Try that in Russia and see what happens to you. Oh, wait. Go to Russia, become a citizen, and you go online and you criticize Putin openly and see what happens to you. That's a true dictator. And bro, this whole talk about Trump's a dictator, bro, it's silly talk, bro. It's silly talk. None of these folks were talking about fascism until the Democrat Party told them about it. I can almost guarantee you these folks don't even know what fascism actually means. You know, this stuff is silly. It is absolutely silly. And it's a lie every single time. They said Trump is going to take us into World War III. World War III is going to start. All the MAGA's going to have to go fight in Iran. Last time I checked, I'm still sitting here. Last time I checked, World War III didn't start. Where's the draft? Didn't happen. Oh, exactly. That was bullshit. Then they said, well, Trump's going to crash the economy. Oh my goodness, it's going to be the end. Oh, everybody, Last time I checked, the stock market recently just hit two new highs, all-time highs. Gas prices have hit a 4-year low. And I know some people, well, gas prices don't affect me because I drive an electric car. How do you think they put that car together for you? You think they flew a bunch of electric planes or had a bunch of excavators, because those batteries, you got to dig for rare earth minerals to put those batteries together. You think they just had a bunch of electric excavators digging that out? No, gas powered. Bro, this stuff this stuff is so silly, bro. But yeah, anyway, None of this stuff that they're talking about ever happened. Trump's gonna get in office, and you black people, you gonna go back to slavery. He's gonna make y'all slaves again. Where's my plantation? I'll wait. I'm still sitting here, free as ever. They must have forgot me. Massa must have forgot me. I ain't seen him yet. This is nonsense, bro. And on one hand, you know, it is a little bit sad because what these folks don't realize is that politics comes and goes. We've had 45 presidents? 40, yeah, I believe it's 45. We've had presidents, a different president all the time. But now all of a sudden, we're under dictatorship. Well, first off, Trump was a president before, and last time I checked, he walked out of the White House. Real dictators don't leave office. Ask Putin. Russia used to have elections. The people of Russia actually elected Putin to become president, and he decided, you know what, I'm going to be a dictator. I don't want to leave. I'm going to stay here. So my point is, real dictators don't leave office. Just saying. I'm just saying. The other thing is, you don't get another set of parents. Once they're dead and gone and 6 feet in the dirt, that is it. You don't get any more. This is silly talking. They always accuse, MAGA or Republicans of being in a cult and blah, blah, blah. And we hate everybody and we this and we that. But I can go have a good conversation with my family and they basically all Democrats. I love them like no other, and I always will love them. That's my family. I'm not going to let no politics separate us. That's silly. Politics comes and goes. There's going to be a new politician that rises through the ranks tomorrow and another one that falls off the same way. So what? Because we disagree about politics, now I can't talk to you? Bro, these people, man, I'm just telling you, it's really something wrong. It really is. And it's sad to watch. It's sad to watch. You cut off your own parents, the people that brought you onto this earth. Those are the people you cut off simply because of politics. Not because they beat you your entire life or they put you through some horrendous situations or some circumstances, but because of politics. That's who you choose to stop talking to. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. But we're the crazy ones over here on the right. We're the hateful ones on the right, though. But people like this will literally not talk to their parents because of who they voted for. I'm gonna let her cook, though.
Associate with fascist sympathizers. Which, by the way, was she crying when she heard that the first time, or did she not crying? You're just saying that to make me feel bad, or was she and now she's just pretending like it never happened? All of these things are probably the truth. Anyway, because I said that, she flipped out in this group chat with all of my most loved ones. All the things we've done for you, this is too far, blah 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 blah. Mom, you voted for him. You've claimed to be apolitical. You've listened on the phone while I've basically cried to you that if we ever wanted to have a kid living in South Carolina, I could fucking die. And she's like, oh, I had never thought about it that way.
Nobody's dying. Show me all of these cases where women are dying because Trump is president. Trump sent the rights of abortion back to the states, and it's not up to the federal government. These people, man, these fucking people. Oh my God. Go ahead.
And you claim to be apolitical, but these things, you hear the sadness, the fear in your children, both me and my brother, and it doesn't register to you. It registers when you feel like your kids are being taken away from you, though, and your idea of bringing your kids back into you is to insult me and embarrass me in this group chat. So this overlap of toxic politics and families falling apart, I feel like they were probably toxic even without the political infiltration a lot of times. The things that made the family members toxic are what makes them drawn towards MAGA. So much more peaceful not having to deal with any of that.
So MAGA is toxic, but you're the one that's not going to talk to your... Oh my goodness. Okay. The people that helped raise you brought you into this world. I'm not even going to... if she don't want to have kids, great. Cool. So we stop this type of mindset, because if that's the way she gonna raise kids, teaching them that type of nonsense, then nah, we good. Raising some more victims simply because somebody different than who they side with politically as president, now all of a sudden it's the fucking end of the world, bro. I'm so sick of these folks. Oh my goodness, she's fascist, a dictator, blah, 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 blah. Ain't none of it happened. Oh my goodness, he's gonna make y'all black people slaves again. He's gonna put y'all. None of it happened. It's the same thing every single time. None of it's happened. They did this the first time Trump was president. None of it happened. And now they're doing it all over again. And the fact that some folks feel comfortable enough to say this and post it on the internet is silly to me. It's silly. You felt comfortable enough, felt good enough to post, yeah, I'm not talking to my parents anymore because of who they voted for. And I don't talk to fascist sympathizers or whatever she said. Like, what? Because of politics, bro? Because of politics. Really? My family's Democrats. Do I disagree with them? Absolutely. Will I debate with them? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, at the end of that debate, you know what we're going to do? We're going to hug each other. Hey, I love you. Because it's the truth. You don't get a second family. You can say, well, this my family. That ain't your real blood. Your real blood is the ones you walked away from. And once they gone, you can't get them back. You can't get them moments back. You can try to put on this facade and make it seem like you don't care, but deep down you actually do. And you gonna miss them. And if you don't, shit, something wrong with you. I don't know, man. I just can't get jiggy with this. I cannot get jiggy with this, bro. I just can't. This is silly to me. This is silly. Because of who we voted for, we should be mortal enemies. Really? I don't know, man. I just can't. I can't. That's crazy. Crazy. Letting politics not come between you and a friend, but letting it come between you and your parents. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Crying? Crying for what? Because Trump's president? Because she mentioned that she was crying to her mom about politics or something. Crying for what? You can't have 1,000 abortions? Like, is that what you want? Well, vote in your state elections. Make sure abortions are still available to you. As a matter of fact, abortions are available. So, like, what are we talking about here? Trump sent it down to the... Matter of fact, it wasn't even Trump. It was the Supreme Court. Sent it down to the individual states so the states could decide. You could have a decision on whether or not you wanted abortion. I think that's great. You make the choice. Don't y'all love democracy? Well, then get out and vote in your state elections. It's simple. This ain't rocket science. This ain't complicated. Like, what? I could die. Show me all these cases of these women who are pregnant dying. Like, show me. Show me the spike. Matter of fact, because of course every year people unfortunately do die, right? That just is what it is. You know, things happen. But that's happened since the beginning of time. Show me the spike in women dying since Roe v. Wade was struck down. Show me the spike where, hey, Roe v. Wade was struck down here, and then it just, whoop. Show me the spike. Like, bro, these folks, man. Anyway, y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know, all right? Y'all stay safe. Peace.